What is up, real life traders and YouTube traders from around the world? It's Robert Falco back once again with your Monday stock review, the final week of September and the final 4 days of Q3 is about to be in the books. And we started it off today. First of all, don't forget to click that thumbs up, like, and subscribe so that you get notifications on all of our videos that are helping you out for free. And if you want to check out more, go to reallifetrading.com. We have tons of free education for you to learn how to trade the stock market. Let's jump on into SPY today. First, I know there was some news this morning about the debt ceiling not being raised. Nancy Pelosi said they didn't have the votes yet. They're going to try to do a vote on, I think, Thursday. The government's set to shut down on Friday. Personally, I don't think that the government's going to shut down. If it does, it's probably going to shut down for like the weekend. Whether you think that would be good or not, or which side of the aisle that you're on, either political party that's tried to do that in the past, that just hasn't been good for them, and it won't be good for the overall country. So I don't think that that's going to happen. They're going to push something through, or maybe, just maybe, they shut it down for like 1 or 2 days. And then next week, Monday, they're back to being heroes and raising the credit card limit for the United States of America so we can keep spending and money printer go burr and all that fun stuff. So a lot of indecision out there in the SPY. The futures last night were up nice and solid. As soon as that news came out, little bit of cautiousness out in the market, which I get. And if it doesn't look like that spending bill is going to pass or the debt ceiling is not going to get raised, I do think that we could get a little bit of volatility and pull back down. But that dip, again, I think would be viable. Or if we break out of this 3-day pennant pattern to the bullish side, we could keep going. Either way, I think that all roads lead to higher, and worst case scenario, like we get some type of dip like this, and then that ends up getting bought up. Again, I would love to see us come down to the 200 so that we could load some boats on some things. I'm just not sure if it's going to happen right now. There's too many people that are expecting it, and the market has a funny way of doing what people don't expect. And this was a correction that we got last week with the almost 6% pullback, and that we bounced pretty solidly. So we'll see what happens. Here's the Qs. Little tiny bit weaker this morning on the tech stocks. There definitely was some rotation out of tech into energies, into financials, with treasury yields going higher. They kind of spiked a little fast, and so that was hitting tech early this morning, but it grabbed its footing off of this candle from, what was that, Tuesday, and then the high of Monday, the 50. So we ended with a small little doji-ish hammer. Once again, if we come in for a double bottom, I think that would be definitely viable. Or if we gap up and we just keep going, I totally think that is doable as well, especially when you take a look at some of the sector rotation that's going on. Here's the Dow. Actually looks stronger than most of the others. So we closed back above Friday and Thursday highs. Even though this has got an upper wick, the close was above both closes, and even the high of this day, and then like right on that one, back above the 100 as well. So the Dow actually looks a little bit stronger above all the short-term moving averages as well. So you can see some of that sector rotation back into financials, industrials that are weighted in the Dow. It's only 30 stocks, but they have some of those that are in there. Let's go over to the big winner for today for lots of RLT, and hopefully lots of you watching out there on YouTube. Again, we showed the trade that we set up in the trading room after the fact, but with the dip that you had last Monday, you could have gotten this. We gave this trade out basically for free because you could have got back in on Monday on Tesla. This gorgeous little hammer here. We hit the target this morning, and Tesla did have a little bit of a continuation. Again, highest close since, what day was this? February 17th. So the highest close in many moons out there for the Tesla machine. And here's the weekly. So we're off to the races. It looks like this is going to go higher. I do think that it could retest down into 760. That's where I would probably look to buy back in. if not even like add a couple shares up in here and then buy a little bit as it comes back down. We could hit the 200 again, but yeah, I don't know. I would have liked one of these to retest 700. It never did. It just hammered out. So I don't know. I think 760 is kind of the area to buy. I'm not sure that we're going to make a high this year in 2021. But I do think that a new high could come in 2022 early in the year. Based on this Fibonacci extension, I like the 618 extensions, the 100%, the 1618s. That puts us up around this 1028. I just threw a line up there at 1022 would be close enough. Longer term, not that we're going to get there tomorrow or next week or even next month. And I don't think in 2021, but in 2022, I think that could happen. We'll see what happens. Long is strong on Tesla. FedEx, has been getting a lot of questions about this. Should we buy the dip? When? How? All that fun stuff. I get it. This is a just massive gap down. This thing got absolutely crushed on its earnings. The RSI, RSI is like super low. I don't remember the last time I saw an RSI like 17. So that's pretty darn low. So maybe it gets some type of relief bounce or it just goes sideways. RSI pops back up and then it continues lower. I mean, this thing had a really steep run up and it looks like it's having an equally steep decline. So personally, I wouldn't try this at least until it hit the 100 on the weekly, probably the 200. It could actually even come in to the number 200, not just the 200 moving average. But if it does stall out, at least RSI could pop back up and, then it could not be as extended for the next drop. So I would just be very careful buying FedEx down here. The labor cost is just really hitting them, labor shortages, all that fun stuff. And yeah, there was just, this is a retest gap. There was like zero retesting going on. This thing closed basically as a shaved bottom candle and it's just continued lower pretty much every single day. And it looks pretty terrible. So be very cautious if you're buying FedEx on the dip. I don't think it's going to go to zero or anything, but I think you can get it a little bit cheaper. XLE, I was actually looking at setting something up on this last week, but it ended up gapping up. So I'm going to have to go with a half R up here and then another half down here with a stop there. Here's your 100, 200. But all the energy stocks were looking very, very good out there today. Very clean rotation into the XLE. Looks like an inverted head and shoulders. You also have multiple, multiple island reversals on the XLE. So you got one down here, got one right here. These are very small. But actually, did this fill? No, I don't think it did. What's the high of this wick? 46.50. The low of this, 46.4. Okay, so this one actually did fill by 3 cents. So that first one is not still an island reversal, but this one right there, you got gap action here and gap action there. So XLE looks pretty strong. If you want to pick an individual, oil, gas, energy kind of name, you definitely could. Or you could just go with the index into the fall and winter. Again, multiple retest gaps. I do think we could retest and then probably bounce from there on energy. Plus, like everybody, oil's going away. We hate it. We hate oil. We want wind and solar. That'd be great longer term, but we still need oil in the short term and we need energy for the winter. So we're gonna have to be burning some gas. So XLE, I think you could be in for a bullish play on a pullback on XLE. Over to U. So this is Clear Secure. Actually just was flipping through this. I'd kept an eye on this one ever since the IPO. I like this bullish candle and I really like this inside bear candle. So if you wanted to play U, you could just take a breakout over the 50, over this bear candle, something like this. If you wanted to, again, you don't have to. I think this would be high risk, but potentially high reward. You can see this thing throws in some big wicks and it's a pretty new stock. So there's not too many bag holders in it. There's definitely some, but there's not a ton. It looks like people could get excited about this one, but I like that compression. We'll see what happens. I also think Robinhood is coiling. Again, I know some people just really dislike this company, but you got to hand it to them. they revolutionized. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying that word. Revolutionized trading for free on your phone, and they pretty much forced all the other brokerages into doing that. So I don't think you could find a penguin in Antarctica that wants to go back to paying commissions on trades. So payment for order flow, I don't think it's going anywhere. I think there might be some additional rules about disclosure, etc. Nice bullish candle. I think this is your flag pattern right here. So I think this is your little flag. And if we start breaking out above these candles, then Robinhood could make a move. I know that the SEC chairman is close to releasing, whatever investigation into the whole GameStop Robinhood fiasco. It probably just makes Robinhood go even higher once they release it, but we'll see. You never know. Could be something in there, especially with those government 3-letter entities always wanting their hands into the cookie jar. You never know. We'll see. But even if they did fine them, what are they going to do? Fine them? They pay the fine, and they move on, kind of like all the other ones that are out there. And Robinhood looks like it's basing. I like this big strong bull candle from the 22nd consolidation. If this starts breaking out, I think it's going to make another move on Hood. That is your Monday stock review. Don't forget to comment down below with stocks you would like me to look at the rest of the week. Thanks so much. Love life, live life, trade it.